22 birds. That's how many California condors were left in the world in 1982. 5 years later, all of those birds had been captured and relocated to the Los Angeles and San Diego zoos. Since then, an incredible recovery effort has been underway to bring condors back from the brink of extinction. There are almost 500 condors alive today. More than 200 of them are living in the wild and the others are in captivity, most in a breeding program that takes place under the watchful eyes of dedicated scientists. But before we talk about condor recovery, let's take a look back. The modern elongated lead bullet became popular in the 19th century. Since then, lead has become most hunters' ammunition of choice, primarily because it's cheap. But lead bullets spray toxic pieces everywhere.
Pretty much all of the lead comes from spent ammunition. So somebody goes out to harvest a deer, they shoot a deer with a lead bullet, they collect what they want from the deer, they leave the rest for the scavengers. The lead, when it's shot at high velocity, 2,000 feet per second or so, kind of behaves almost like glass. It shatters inside the body, even if it hits soft tissue. Let alone if it hits a bone. If it hits soft tissue, it leaves a cloud of lead behind it. The condors, they can't tell they're eating little micro fragments of lead.
It's not that condors are extremely sensitive to lead. It's just that they ingest so much of it. Among other things, high concentrations of lead can paralyze condors' digestive tracts and compromise their immune systems.
The birds that are coming in that are sick are usually at a level that is, unfathomable to most veterinarians. They look at the blood results and this is not consistent with life. If a bird is sick, obviously it's not going to reproduce. It's not going to go through the behaviors of wanting to reproduce during the breeding season. For our facility, this is more of a breeding facility. So we have these breeding chambers that have to be maintained, and we watch for breeding behavior. We manipulate nests, pull eggs, incubate them, hatch the eggs, rear the chicks. This particular program, we're very involved in the field part. So we have a captive part and a field part that we're involved with. We're very closely with all of the release programs in California that are run by different entities.
From his bungalow in a closed-off section of the LA Zoo, Clark can monitor about a dozen condor flight cages and breeding chambers. On a recent Saturday, Clark was trying to get his first look at a newly born chick. It wasn't easy because a male condor was sheltering the baby with its body. Many of the birds in the wild have been fitted with radio transmitters, and with a few mouse clicks, Clark can track individual birds or entire groups of birds. This is important because it allows condor keepers to follow the birds in real time and learn about their travel patterns and feeding habits.
Nobody ever went up that way. They all came down here. Some of them stayed. So some of them that were released here moved down to the Southern California population and stayed, which is very interesting. None of them have ever gone up there and stayed.
It took a while for breeders to learn about the birds and develop successful practices. For example, keepers learned that if they fed and reared chicks themselves, the birds would become tame and wouldn't be able to survive in the wild.
So we make these condor puppets to make them look almost as realistic as we can, with a moving mouth. So while you're feeding the chick, it has something somewhat realistic to look at while they're eating it. So they've sort of attached that image. Naturally they're going to want to look towards something, and this is what they get to look at. So we'll use the puppet up to a certain age, and then the most important thing is to get them in view of other condors, especially adult condors, because the natural mentor of a chick is an adult condor. So you want to work with nature, not against it. But we learned the hard way. We didn't really understand the mentoring process or how important it really was. It is vital. It's vital to the rearing of the chicks as the mentor.
Such innovations have helped to make the Condor program one of the most successful wildlife recovery programs in the world. The key to that is putting together mating pairs.
We were able to take where we couldn't do any pair pairing with any of our pairs to now all of our pairs can pair just by changing the management of how we treat them, how we treat the nest box. It's a sanctuary. You don't go in the nest box. And if you do, the birds don't see you do.